So last night we had a spectacular live stream of 2 hours and a half talking about that beautiful, wonderful, amazing 3 minute gift that Katherine gave us about, well, her current status. That's confirming that she has finished chemotherapy and she is still focused. She's right now focused on being cancer free. She's still not out of the woods. She's working hard, and this great update, well, was 2 hours and a half worth of sharing with you, my rogues. But I can understand that 2.5 hours are a bit overwhelming to many of you. So I decided to make a very quick summary of what we talked last night. The first thing is that we got an update of the image of the Prince and Princess of Wales, Kensington Royal, on X. And these are images straight from this 3 minute video that started. I think it was the most relevant, one of the most relevant images was right at the start when Katherine is driving and she's on this bumpy road. And I was explaining that progress is usually marked by facing from left to right. In this case, the first image, that bumpy road, she was like going against that current, going from right to left, but still she was driving. She got the wheel, she got her hands on the wheel, so she was in control of what was happening to her. All this were symbols were used, such as the first images when she is walking on that wonderful nature. We can see that she was walking from left to right, from those shadows of that darker part of the forest to the light. And that was a theme that we saw more than 10 times along those 3 minutes of video. This was mainly, I think this was a message and a gift to Katherine to thank for all the support that she has received from every people from all over the world, all of the royal fans, all of fans of William and Katherine. And we just welcome it with delight. It was so amazing to see the whole family, and they also use these filters, like these vintage filters, to that have that sense of nostalgia, like when you begin to review memories, and you got all videos or even all slide presentations, and in a sense that this is like that symbol of that tradition as a family and those memories as a family, and you are building memories. Also, I mentioned something that I think is important, is that one of the main motives in the sense of what Katherine was saying is that she has realized after this process how important are things that can be seen as small, but in this new perspective that, of course, going through cancer gives you, because you acquire a new perspective, well, she realizes that some things have to be enjoyed and you have to focus on some things. I think that my theory is that, and this is absolutely a personal opinion, that she's going to be easing in on this royal engagements very slowly, but she will be much more focused on her children, which is the right call. That is my opinion. I also told you that I think of a window of 10 years that at some point the ascension of of William to the throne would be in more or less a window of 10 years. That's something that I just I have no basis of that, but say that in the next 10 years it's going to happen. And then at that point is when Katherine will go full throttle in maybe the working royal stuff. But for the time being, I'm sure that she has realized that health and life and time with her children is just golden right now. And so I really support her decision to ease in those royal engagements and take all the time that she needs. And even if she is not going to go back to royal engagements as she did in the past, that will be fine as well, at least for me. And one image that was really cute was this body language display of William being the rock. And yes, it's like she is counting on William, and we were joking about how in some instances we saw William clenching his jaw, and that's something that he does a lot of times because he's quite a stressed man, and you can imagine the weight that he has on his shoulders. But at the same time, he wants to guide his family and he wants to protect his family. And I cannot imagine how tough have these months been. It is something that I really don't wish anybody going through this. But at the same time, Katherine has been really strong, and she has made sure to tell everyone in her own words in that video that she is with you and she's holding your hand if you're going through something similar. And this was really cute and really tender, and how you can see that she is actually letting her head and her neck being relaxed on William's shoulder, something that is very warm. At the same time, she was talking about that humility that means going through this kind of ordeals, because it's not only a change of perspective of how you feel about your family and the time you want to spend with your children, but the humility that you say that maybe we are not all powerful. We sometimes think about that. Oh no, nothing can harm me, nothing can harm us. And well, sometimes we can wake up and realize that is not the case. And sometimes you have to realize it in ways that Katherine did, which is it's quite a hit. But in this case, when she talks about humility, then we have this wonderful views of that massive nature around her. And I don't know if you can spot here. I will try to make this easier for you to spot Katherine here. And someone made a great comment, Princess 4 scale. Very good comment. And yes, this is humility, that we are this tiny specks of wonderful energy in this massive nature, in this massive planet and universe. And we need to realize that we need to make the most of this wonderful time that we are here and with our loved ones. And there was another shot that, not only from a static perspective, in which you have that playing with light, this darker area, lighter area, darker area, lighter area, and I saw her body language here serene, but there was this discussion that I saw a tint of, I don't know if it's sadness or she was getting emotional about this. And it's obvious that if you have gone through all this of healing and chemotherapy and thinking about their children, you have to get emotional. And what I found the most beautiful thing about this, about the realization and the production of this clip, the 3-minute video, is that I'm sure that the director, which is what I would have done, is to tell her what is the message that you want to convey to everybody, to your audience, to royalists, to your fans, whatever you want to call it, and just express it and think of them and think of how would you address the message that you want to tell them, and just project that with your body language. And it was just on point. It was expressing what she wanted to say without using words. And those images with her children, and this one with Charlotte, where I would say that on point, but that is too technical. I would say that is cute, but it is cute, a very tender moment. And I cannot, that's for me, that I cannot separate the technical part. You know that I'm a producer and a director at heart, and I see this, and this was edited and assembled in such a wonderful way that it has to be said. It was all the editing was this magnificent storytelling about her journey, her healing journey, how she feels right now, the humbleness that you invariably end up feeling, and of course how important is your family, and that's what she's conveying in those 3 minutes. And family, so as to include the grandparents, the Middleton grandpa and Middleton grandma playing cards with the kids. It was just wonderful to watch because those are the moments that we cherish, the family moments. And I also talk about how I admire how William and Catherine are symbols. They represent the unity and the importance of families, of the nuclear family, which is something that is under attack nowadays. And of course, we also had these images, or images like this, in which we had this high contrast shadows that could be quite gloomy. I remember that this was one shot that stayed a lot longer than many other shots, in which she was saying that her main focus was staying cancer free. She's not out of the woods. There's still shadows that she has to battle. But we also had these magnificent shots of being hopeful, of looking forward into the future, looking into the light. It was just magnificent in terms of production and aesthetics. I have absolutely, I said it many times, it was just beautifully and done in a way that honor her words. She could have published only the words in text. That would have been okay. She could have been just talking to a camera. That would have been too self-aware. She already did that to talk about her diagnosis back then. So this was the right call. It was a gift for us. And I know, I told you, that's true. You could watch this 10, 100 times. It doesn't matter. And you will watch it 10 or 100 times more. That's a fact. And the scene with the butterfly, I forgot to mention that, yes, the butterfly is a symbol of renewal, of a new step in your life, a new phase in your life. It was wonderful. And especially a yellow butterfly. You can see it right here. It looks like a leaf, but we don't have the video right now, but there was a butterfly flying away. It was so wonderful, so beautifully made. Maybe the butterfly was a paid actor. Just joking. It was just amazing, and including this this footage that confirms that it was at least over 2 days. That filming or all that requires following them, and maybe the kids could get tired of all that. Filming usually takes a bit of work from everybody, so maybe that's why they took 2 days. So these scenes in the sand were really cute and very loving between Catherine and William. And shots like this, the family on that immense horizon. And there's something that I did not notice during the live. We were talking about so many things. Is that where's Louis in this shot? And I said, oh my God, it must be that Louis climbed up that tree and he just stayed there. I'm going to stay here. This is very cozy up here. I was really nervous about this. This looked like a occupational hazard. I don't know. This is we have a saying for this, gajes del oficio in Spanish. Maybe we could apply this. And this was, you already saw this picture and the new avatar, the PVP of Catherine and William, and the way they They interlock their fingers, where they were just enjoying each other. This is the message that we need. We're in dire need of these messages of family, of loving couples, of hope. And no matter what are we going through, well, we can walk from those shadows into the light. But I would like to know what do you think about this in the comments. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Remember to subscribe to my emails, downloading my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video. The two most important words: much love and bliss.